my beloved child. The moment they saw you for the first time, something inside them changed forever. They did not understand it then, and honestly, it frightened them. Out of all the people they had ever met, why did your presence feel different? Why did your voice stay in their mind long after the moment ended? Why did your eyes feel familiar, as if their soul had known you before life even brought you together? Listen carefully and don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you in this story. They acted normal on the outside, but inside, their heart was fighting a battle they could not explain. They told themselves you were just another passing phase, just another temporary connection. But every single day proved them wrong. The more they tried to forget you, the more impossible it became. Your energy followed them into quiet nights, busy mornings, and silent thoughts they never shared with anyone. What nobody knows is that the very first time you smiled at them, they felt peace mixed with fear at the same time. Peace, because your presence felt safe in a world that had always felt cold to them. Fear, because deep down they knew meeting you was not ordinary. Stay till the end, because the truth becomes even deeper. They began noticing things about you that no one else cared enough to see. The way you hid pain behind small smiles, the way your silence became louder whenever your heart was heavy, the way you cared for everyone while secretly needing someone to care for you, too. And slowly, without permission, they started protecting you in ways you never even noticed. They remembered little things you forgot saying. They replayed conversations in their mind. They worried about you during nights when you thought nobody was thinking about you at all. But here is the shocking part. They never planned to care this deeply. In fact, they tried to stop themselves many times. They pulled away. They became distant. They convinced themselves they were imagining everything. Yet somehow, every road led back to you. Every thought circled back to your name. Every emotion pulled them toward you stronger than before. Don't skip now, because this is where everything changes. One night, while thinking about you, they realized something terrifying. They were no longer afraid of losing the world. They were afraid of losing you. That realization hit them harder than anything they had ever felt before, because for the first time in a very long time, someone mattered more than their own fears. And do you know what hurt them the most? Watching you doubt yourself, watching you believe you were difficult to love, watching you question your worth while they secretly saw you as one of the rarest souls they had ever encountered. They wanted to tell you everything immediately, but they were scared. Scared that the truth would change everything. Scared that you would never understand how deeply you had affected them from the very beginning. So, they stayed quiet, carrying emotions heavier than words. But silence has a strange way of revealing truth. Every look lasted a little too long. Every goodbye felt heavier than it should have. Every small moment with you became a memory they protected like treasure. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The biggest secret is this. The first moment they saw you was also the first moment they felt hope return to their life. Before you, they had stopped expecting real connection. They had stopped believing someone could truly understand them without pretending. Then you appeared, and suddenly their world did not feel empty anymore. You became the reason ordinary days started feeling meaningful again. Even your smallest attention became important to them. Even your simplest words carried weight in their heart. And no matter how much time passes, one truth remains unchanged. From the very first moment they saw you, a part of them already knew they would never stop caring about you. There is something they never admitted to anyone, not even to themselves. The first time they walked away from you, they expected the feeling to disappear. They thought distance would fix everything. They thought silence would make their emotions weaker. But, instead, the silence made your presence louder inside their heart. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. Every day without you started feeling strangely incomplete. They would hear a random song and suddenly think about you. They would see crowds of people and still search for your face without realizing it. Out of nowhere, your words replayed in their mind like echoes they could not escape. And that is when they understood something terrifying. You were no longer just a memory to them. You had become part of their soul. Stay till the end, because the truth becomes even deeper from here. One evening, while everyone around them laughed and talked, they felt empty inside. Not because something bad happened, but because you were missing from the moment. Imagine how powerful that is. Out of all the people in the world, your absence was the only thing strong enough to change their entire mood. They tried hiding it. They smiled. They pretended everything was normal. But deep inside, they were fighting emotions growing stronger every single day. And the shocking part is, they never expected you to matter this much. You entered their life quietly, yet somehow became the loudest feeling they had ever experienced. Do not skip now. This next part changes everything. One night they sat alone, replaying every small moment they had with you. The way you looked at them when nobody else noticed. The way your voice softened during quiet conversations. The way your presence made difficult days feel lighter without even trying. Suddenly, it hit them all at once. They cared about you from the very first moment they saw you. Not later, not after months, not after countless conversations. From the very first second, their heart recognized something before their mind could understand it. And that realization shook them deeply, because moments like that happen once in a lifetime. But here is the part nobody sees. Loving someone silently is one of the heaviest feelings in the world. They wanted to tell you everything many times. They wanted to say that meeting you changed something inside them forever. Yet fear stopped them. Fear of ruining the connection. Fear of losing the little closeness they already had with you. So instead, they stayed quiet and carried emotions too powerful for words. And every single day, their feelings became harder to hide. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There were moments when they almost confessed everything. Tiny moments when the truth nearly escaped their lips. But each time, they stopped themselves at the last second, hoping somehow you would already understand without them saying a word. And then came the moment they could never forget. A simple moment, a small conversation, nothing dramatic from the outside. But during that moment, they looked into your eyes and realized something unforgettable. You had become the safest place in their entire world. Suddenly, every fear they carried disappeared whenever you were near. Every heavy thought became lighter. Every difficult day became easier to survive. They finally understood why their heart refused to let go of you. Because some people are not meant to be temporary. Some connections arrive quietly, but leave permanent marks on the soul. Don't skip this final part because this revelation is rare. Even now, after everything, they still remember the exact feeling they had the first time they saw you. Not because of what you wore, not because of what you said, but because their heart instantly felt something it had never felt before. Peace. Real peace. The kind of peace people spend years searching for and never find. And ever since that day, no matter where life takes them, one truth remains impossible to change. The moment they saw you for the first time was the exact moment their heart decided you would always matter. They never expected one moment to change their entire life. But the truth is, the second they saw you, something awakened inside them that had been asleep for years. Don't skip because something huge is waiting for you. At first, they ignored the feeling. They convinced themselves it was temporary. They believed time would erase whatever this strange connection was. But time only made it stronger. Every passing day pulled them deeper into emotions they could no longer control. And what frightened them most was how natural it felt, as if their heart had already chosen you, long before their mind understood what was happening. Stay till the end because this story becomes more powerful than you imagine. There were nights when they stared at their phone hoping your name would appear. Moments when one message from you could completely change their mood. Out of all the attention in the world, yours became the only one that truly mattered to them. Think about that carefully. In a world full of noise, your voice became their peace. In a world full of temporary people, your presence felt permanent, and they could not explain why. That mystery stayed inside them every single day. Do not skip this next part. One day, someone asked them about happiness. They laughed quietly and gave a simple answer, but deep inside, they already knew the truth. Happiness had started looking like you, your smile, your energy, your existence. Without realizing it, they had attached pieces of their heart to moments shared with you. Suddenly, ordinary conversations became unforgettable memories. Ordinary days became special because you were part of them. And the shocking truth is, you probably never realized how deeply you affected their soul. There was one particular moment they never forgot. A very small moment that seemed meaningless to everyone else. You looked at them for only a few seconds, but during those seconds, their entire heart became silent. No overthinking, no fear, no confusion, just peace, real peace. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. That moment became the answer to a question they had carried for years. What does it feel like to finally find someone who feels like home? And from that day onward, every path in their life somehow led back to you again. But here is where the story becomes unforgettable. They tried imagining life without you. They truly tried. They told themselves they needed distance. They told themselves attachment was dangerous. Yet every attempt to move away only revealed one painful truth. Nothing felt complete without you in it. Your absence became louder than anyone else's presence. That realization changed everything, because for the first time, they understood that caring about someone is not a choice. Real connection happens instantly, deeply, and without permission. Don't skip now. This next revelation is once in a lifetime. One evening, while remembering the first time they saw you, they noticed something unbelievable. Even after all this time, the feeling had never faded. The same warmth, the same calmness, the same unexplainable pull toward you still existed exactly as it did on day one. Most feelings disappear with time. Most connections slowly weaken. But this one survived everything. Silence, distance, fear, doubt. Nothing could erase what began the very first moment they looked into your eyes. And the biggest secret of all, they stopped asking themselves why they cared so much. Because eventually, they realized some people enter your life for a reason bigger than logic, bigger than timing, bigger than explanation itself. You were never ordinary to them. From the very first second, you became a feeling they could not replace, forget, or escape. And even now, if the whole world disappeared tomorrow, one truth would still remain untouched inside their heart. The first time they saw you was the exact moment they knew you would become unforgettable forever. There is one truth they have hidden deeper than anything else. And once you hear it, you will never look at this story the same way again. Don't skip. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. The day they met you was not just another ordinary moment in their life. It became the dividing line between who they were before you and who they became after you. Before you entered their world, they had already learned how to survive without expecting too much from anyone. They stopped believing people could truly stay. They stopped believing someone could understand them without explanation. Then you appeared and suddenly every wall they built around their heart started breaking quietly without them even noticing. At first, they thought it was only curiosity, a simple connection, a temporary feeling. But the truth revealed itself slowly. Every time you smiled, their entire mood changed. Every time you disappeared, silence became heavier. And every time life became difficult, somehow thoughts of you became the one thing that calmed their heart. Stay till the end, because the next part changes everything. One night they realized something shocking. You had become part of their future without them ever planning it. They started imagining moments with you naturally. Small conversations, quiet laughs, peaceful memories that had not even happened yet. And that scared them because they had never allowed anyone to reach that deeply into their soul before. Do not skip now. Something huge is waiting for you. The strangest part was how effortless it all felt. They did not force themselves to care. They did not wake up one morning and decide to fall deeply into these emotions. It happened naturally from the very first moment they saw you. That is why your connection felt different from anything else. Real feelings never arrive loudly. They arrive quietly, then suddenly become impossible to ignore. And every single day, your importance in their heart grew stronger without asking for permission. There were moments when they almost walked away completely, moments when fear convinced them it was safer not to feel this much. But every single time they tried creating distance, life pulled them back toward you again. Because some people are not meant to be forgotten. Some souls leave fingerprints on the heart forever. And no matter how much time passes, those marks never disappear. Stay till the end because this revelation is once in a lifetime. They finally understood that the reason they could never stop caring about you was because their heart recognized something rare inside you, the very first second your eyes met theirs. And here is the part nobody else knows. They still remember details about you that even you have forgotten yourself. The way your voice changes when you are emotional, the way you pretend to be strong even during difficult moments, the way your kindness appears in the smallest things nobody notices. Those little details became precious to them because to someone who truly cares, nothing about you feels ordinary. Every tiny thing matters. Every moment matters. Every memory matters. Don't skip this final revelation because something huge is waiting for you. One day, while thinking about the first time they saw you, they realized the biggest truth of all. Their heart had already chosen you long before they admitted it to themselves. That is why no distraction worked. That is why no distance erased the feeling. That is why your presence still affects them in ways they cannot explain. You became the one person who changed their understanding of connection forever. And even if years pass, even if life changes completely, one truth will always remain untouched inside them. Out of every face they have ever seen, out of every voice they have ever heard, out of every person who entered their world, you were the one their heart recognized instantly. From the very first moment they saw you, they already cared more than they were ever ready to admit.